Uh, Last week, when I was working at tutoring center, a student asked same question which has been asked again and again, that he is an electrical engineering major, why he is going to study mathematics? So it has been asked by every time. So I thought that I should talk about this topic here, that why mathematics has become an essential component in academia. There are many reasons for it, but first I like to explain what mathematics is. It's very difficult to explain, as you might thought that it should be easy, but it's very difficult to explain what mathematics is. A recently suggested definition is that it's a science of pattern, as given by Kat Devlin in a book Set, Function and Logic, published in 2000. But not many people agreed on that definition, and it's also can be quite misleading for non-mathematician what pattern means, because mathematicians understand pattern in different sense, which can be also misleading. So, but for our purposes, we can only regard that mathematics is a formal system which just like a language and want to eliminate ambiguity and want precision as much as possible. Technically, mathematics has no concern with reality. It has no concern with real world. For instance, you have this Salt Lake City has been on Cartesian plane, like the geometry. There is a point is given, but what points are? Points are just idealized objects. They do not exist. So what applied mathematics is, they just translate the problem in the language of mathematics, then they work there, solve there, and then translate it back to their discipline, and they say a problem solved. So that's how applied mathematics work, and that's why I also regard that physics is also part of applied mathematics. There are many physicists which known as physicists, but they hold position in mathematics department. One example is Newton. Newton had the Lucasian chair of mathematics in Cambridge University, and the book that he wrote, which made him famous, was titled as Natural Philosophy of Principles of Mathematics. And similarly, Einstein, which we now think of him as physicist, but all his lifetime he used to be thought of as mathematician, not as physicist. And even in our own time, the leading physicist Stephen Hawking, which I guess everyone knew, he held the same chair as Newton did, the Lucasian chair of mathematics, but we knew him as a physicist. So this is how I think that applied mathematics is. First, I will like to talk about, because I think there are very few students who belong to sciences. So what's the use for who are not non-science? I mean, they're not taking any major in science or engineering. Well, they cannot see any practical utility for mathematics. They can have only indirect benefits. One such benefit is, as I mentioned about its linguistic aspects, in which that it's try to eliminate ambiguity and seek precision. So it can develop critical skills. It can sharp abstraction and also develop analytical skill. So this is the benefit that they can get. Last semester, there was some law school came here in mathematics department, and they want to get mathematics major for their law school, for graduate school. They said that we are interested in, because there is no other discipline than mathematics which develop analytical skills and critical skill better than that. So, and this also mentioned that the students who have mathematics background and also law graduate, law firms are more interested in hiring them, because they are very good in analyzing the argument in a logical way and pointing out that what pitfalls are. Because as I mentioned, mathematics usually is not concerned with reality, so they just look at what the premises are and what it follows or not. So they just kind of close themselves in a box and isolate themselves. So that's what law firms needed. So this is the indirect benefit for the people who are not sciences. But I am surprised that many sciences students also ask, engineering students also ask, why we need to do mathematics. So, but I can say to them that they should trust their departments, that there is some reason that the department has proposed that course. So, which may come to later on their use. For instance, there was one of my friend, when he was doing electrical engineering, he was required to take a quantum physics course. He says, why I need to do this quantum physics? I am an electrical engineer. So, but when he was working in an industry, so he was given a problem that he has to develop some kind of IC for getting required outputs. But there are ICs which is just integrated circuits in which they just combine so many transistors and this kind of things. In a 1 square inch of a IC can have just 1 million, more than million transistor. And now I think it would be about 4 millions in a 1 square inch IC. But IC which are available in market, they didn't serve their purposes. So they have to create their own. And whenever they try to create it, the circuit doesn't work. And this is what we can do. So later on he realized that to understand this, that why circuits is breaks down, he has to use quantum mechanical specs of silicon. And how was the behavior of electron when they combine them. So if he didn't do that course, he might not be able to fix his problem. So it can be useful later on, but it may not be useful at all. But department cannot know. But department cannot know. They have to sign a wide foundation so that and so that to give you enough tools so that you can survive if some problem come. To sum up, I can say that students who are doing mathematics, they should wait patiently. It doesn't come quickly, and its practical utility is not for many students. It just think of it that even if it has no practical utility, it will develop your critical skills, analytical skills, giving you abstraction. And one other thing that I mentioned before, that mathematics does not refer to reality. So you don't think in practical terms. So it means you think without any bounds. So in that sense, you may cultivate your creativity as well. I think for this reason alone, mathematics deserve to be an essential component of the academia. Thank you.